Hello everybody, my name is Peachy Banjo 8008 and I'm coming to you live today from our brand new thing that I constructed. So here it is. Yeah, I spent quite some time on it, maybe like 4 or 5 hours. It wasn't too terrible, but it was certainly a project. And let's see, I had to up my render distance to get a better view at it because my render distance was abominable. But I don't know why I'm stuck here. What is going on here? I guess I'm just short. Okay. Well, here it is in all of its glory. It is certainly not done. It is far from done, and I had to settle for like the weird 5x5 head as opposed to the 8x8 high resolution heads that these guys made. But I think it worked out fine. So let's take this is also, I just completely winged this build, and I was going to tear down, you can see it down there, the little base to it. I was going to tear that down, but then I decided, why not just build on top? And so I did, and I think it turned out pretty well. Now, I most recently, there's stuff and things happening over there. I most recently got done with this little staircase area, which I would be glad to show you. You got to come down here around the greenhouse because I was tired of flying up there. Yeah, look, my elytra is already low durability. I'm in that unfortunate situation where I have mending on my elytra but not unbreaking, which makes things really weird sometimes. But let's go up here. Elevator, this brings you, oh, I forgot to, here, I'll block that later. There's a cave entrance in there. That brings you into here, right? We'll go down there later. But right now, these ladders just take you up. There's 5 stories, I think. Here's one. I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna put in here, like offices probably. Probably something along those lines, but this is also going to be my base in some regards, so at least if that was our starter base all the way down there, if that's our starter base, this is our secondary base. Certainly not the last place we're going to be living in, though, I don't think. So now there's this place. These are just like 2 very small towers. There's nothing much in here. The thing I like most about this build is this little, oh, that was a fail. This thing up here, which I thought turned out really well for just eyeballing it. And then I put my skull in the middle, and I had the worry that maybe, okay, good, no. I was gonna say, I had the worry that maybe somebody put something in here, but that does not seem to be the case. And now I am trapped in here, which isn't great. Lovely, okay. So, yeah, there's that. This is a really fun building, actually. I had a lot of fun with this. Let's come down here and look at this. But I'm pretty proud of how this turned out. This is like my first big thing that I've built on continents, I suppose. This is a tunnel. I'll be working on this in between episodes, probably just widening this. This takes you all the way to our very secret bases area. And so here's Melson's head, and then if we come through here, here's Preston's, and then here is Emerald's. And I'm not sure, hopefully we get around to making this prison today, some point in today, but we'll have to see about that. I'm not, to be perfectly honest, I'm not entirely sure what we're going to do with this whole headquarters idea. I thought it was just a fun idea, and so I decided to go through with it. And the span, it really, like, I don't know, it baffles me. I've been playing the server for quite some time now, but it is only now that, like, I'm actually building big things. Like, this is the first big thing that I've built on here, excluding the bridge, which is not a very big thing. Meanwhile, other people are building all sorts of things. We need to look around town at some of these, because for one, my elytra's gonna die, isn't it? Yeah. For one, what is this? This is crazy. Who built this? I don't know. Hang on, there's an entrance. Let's take a quick little peek. There's a bunch of mangrove stuff over there. Hopefully this isn't spoilers. But yeah, there's some crazy stuff happening back. Oh my goodness. This is, yeah. There's some crazy stuff happening in here. There's another mega complex that just sprouted. I think it's over this direction, if I recall correctly. Yep, there it is. Mega Complex number 2. I don't know who built this. I don't know whose these are or where they are coming from, but these are just really cool things that happen to exist. In fact, if we go through this portal, which by the way, I realized I'd never gone to the Nether with you guys before, so that was great. I guess you're gonna see the Nether now. Let's see whose portal this is. Oh, ramen. I see. Anyway, here's our Nether. I graciously stole from the bartering farm earlier. In fact, I'll show you what was going on. I don't think I was recording, but earlier when I was still in the process of collecting resources for that big tower situation on top of the mountain where my house once maybe halfway stood, when I was working on resources for that, I came up here, I was looking around because I had plenty of sand. Sand is very easy to come by. I had no gravel, very little gravel. So I was looking around, I asked in the Discord, I was like, does anybody have any gravel? And I got no response for a little bit, and so I just decided to take it upon myself, and I broke into Melson's house. And I just, started rummaging around. Hopefully he's not home right now. I just started rummaging around, and I found his storage area. And let's see if the diamonds are still here, because I came in here. They don't seem to be. But I came in here and just bought some gravel from him. I kind of just like halfway almost stole it, but not quite. So I came in here and I stole this. And along the way, okay, I left out a major part of the story. His house was covered in just mangrove trees for some reason. I don't know why. It was just completely covered. And so I had to break through all that to get into the front door, and I wrote him this little message. Hello, Melson / whoever may be living within your walls. I came to find gravel and I took 5 stacks. Don't worry, I paid. Hope you don't mind. Just think of it like a neighbor borrowing a bag of flour or whatever neighbors do. Also, Melson, I would recommend you hire a lawn maintenance service because this is an unsightly mess, and hopefully I'll be able to find some footage or an image or something of what his house looked like. I know for a fact that you're going to see it in his video at some point, and a video of his some point in the future. So you can keep an eye out for that. But yeah, it was a mess. It was difficult to get in there for gravel. And I told him about it on Discord, and he didn't seem to have any problem with it, and I hope he didn't. So yeah. But before we get to anything real quick, I'm over here at the creeper farm. Okay, my elytra's fixed. That's good. I was gonna say, I'm over here at the creeper farm trying to fix my elytra. I desperately need unbreaking. Like, it's not a great situation for me. But, hello horse, I see you. World takes a little bit to load. Let's go build the interiors to those heads, I think. Because we have the big headquarters now, right? We need them to serve a purpose. So, let's go build a prison. I kind of want the deep slate for it. Which means, once again, supporting local businesses, but also, once again, me gets poor. So, it's kind of a lose-win situation. Let's go buy some deep slate with our hard-earned diamonds. I have bought so much deep slate from this store over the past 2 days, it's not even funny. I've just spent all of the money I've made from the rocket shop on deep slate, but now we have some, so let's also get some iron bars and maybe try and work out. I think the prison is going to be the easiest to work out first. And this whole tunnel system is going to become a whole lot more sophisticated as time gets on. Hopefully it's not just like a hole in the ground with ladder. Hopefully it becomes like a fun, cool thing with a big tunnel. That being said, here we are in the side of Melson's head. Okay, so you first, I think we can tackle. So you lit this up extensively, which I guess is good, but now the biggest drawback to building inside of these heads, right, is that you're building inside of these heads. So you don't have a lot of luxury with like how am I supposed to deal with just the huge Preston face that's right there? I think we should be able to figure it out. Let's, here. We're gonna need a crafting table anyway. Let's just put it right there. Okay, now that I've successfully shrunken down this room, and also eliminated all traces of Preston maybe once being here, I think we have something to work with at the very least. That can... No, that can probably stay. This has got to be replaced with an iron door. But first, let's clear this out and figure out what we want to be going on here. Uh-oh. Okay. That's a bit of an that's a bit of an issue, I think. Luckily, we can work around it with dirt. And no, we can't. Oh boy. Okay, so let's put all of that back. And instead, I guess the floor is going to have to go on top of here. And then we'll have a stair there. Okay, lovely. We have high-tech security. What are we gonna do about this creeper face? We can't really get rid of it, right? Because you walk in here and we can't put blocks here because then you're blocked. At best, we can do like this and work you around it, but that's still a block of green that you're gonna see. That might be our best bet, though. Now we can successfully block all of this off. We do have to remember that this room is going to be significantly smaller than what it currently is, simply just because we have to re-wall everything. There we go. And then remove those. Bing bang, torch. Perfect, lovely, great, lovely always. Okay. So now in here is the visiting side of the prison, and in here is that like actual prisoner side of the prison, which may need to get carved out a little bit more, just to give them some breathing room, you know? What is this? Oh, that's that's something I made. So a problem I am frequently running into is the back of this mountain. Let's just like block that up, I guess. I'm just trying to like hide this green almost in the best way that I can. I don't want anything on this sign. There we go. So I'm just kind of like adding things to this wall. That is about all I have for in terms of decorating in here, at least. I can hang some chains. Maybe we can hang a sign from one of these just to like, I don't know, extra decoration. But I think that's a pretty good area. So, oh, that wall's gonna need to be rebuilt. But, okay, so we come in here. This is like, maybe we wanna, let's build some nice little chairs. Okay, so in here is just kind of where you like gawk at the prisoner, if that makes sense. I don't know who our prisoners are going to be. Just anybody who does anything wrong. I've been thinking that this could maybe be a thing for the Emerald Empire, right? So this is where enemies of the Emerald Empire go into. So there's that, and then also this room. This is going to be like receptionist almost. So like there's the chair. You can add in a desk pretty easily by just doing sort of that situation. And obviously you can't actually sit in the chair, but it's the thought that counts, right? I want to get a flower pot, or one of like the big pots there somewhere. And then how about, just because this is already stripped oak, we just replace that with planks, and it should be fine and dandy, right? And now this room is looking like the room that needs the most work, but that's just the entrance, and so that doesn't really matter. I'm also going to take this ladder down because that's now not a viable way of getting in. Anyway, we have a nice little area now. Hopefully I can find some one of those big clay pots to put there, just for a little bit of decoration. This was kind of a weird episode. This tunnel's also gonna get decorated. I'm thinking this tunnel's just gonna be like all white, like void sci-fi situation. But yeah, this episode was kind of a weird episode just because most of the progress that was made was just off camera. Like this whole building happened, but it was entirely off camera. It was kind of a fun challenge to take on. Kind of a fun, weird, wacky new format. But I think that is going to be it for this one. I built this huge building, and then we together built... excuse me. Hello, that's my pickaxe. You can't just drop from my hands. Also, my death counter has tripled in the past few days. It's bonkers. The reason it was so low is not because I was good at avoiding death. It was just, in fact, because I was not on the server very often. But now that I have been back on the server, I keep dying. Anyway, I think that's going to be the end of this one. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.